Do you ever feel like you're just not cut out to be rich? Like you're missing one special trait or one piece of knowledge that all wealthy people seem to have? In today's world, it truly seems like you either have it or you don't. Well, what if I told you it isn't one huge characteristic that makes people wealthy, but rather a combination of multiple small loopholes and hacks and good financial habits? Hello and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, we make videos weekly about how to take charge of your life by getting control of your finances. In this video, we are going to go over 8 loopholes the world's wealthiest people use to earn and protect their fortunes. Number 1. Their views on income. In today's world, we've been gravitating more and more towards a results-based society. Rich people use this to their advantage when negotiating their salary or their incomes, as they firmly believe they should be paid based on the output of their results. Conversely, lots of poor people are too fixated on being paid according to the time they put into something, rather than the output or value gained from their efforts. Putting a ceiling on how much money you can earn in any given time frame doesn't do you any favors when it comes to becoming wealthy. If you want to break away from the handcuffs of hourly pay, then you need to gradually start to look at the work you do in terms of value produced instead of time allocated to. Number 2. The rich inhale knowledge. The more you know, the less you don't know. Today's leaders in almost every field imaginable are always getting better, whether it be professional athletes pouring millions of dollars into fine-tuning their bodies, or movie stars honing their crafts with hours of acting classes, or CEOs of big tech companies investing in programming classes to better understand their company. So if your goal is to achieve financial freedom, then you'd better get accustomed to inhaling information. This can be in form of books, podcasts, or YouTube videos like this one. You name it. But one of your most important goals in life should be to educate yourself a little bit every day. Number 3. The rich are extremely optimistic. If you're constantly thinking about red cars, then the chances are you're going to see a lot more red cars than someone who's thinking about blue cars, or someone who's not thinking about cars at all. The same goes for people who are constantly seeking either business opportunities or just general areas in their life they can improve upon. Unfortunately, the exact opposite is true as well. If your brain is programmed to constantly be looking for the downside of things, then you will most likely miss out on the positive side. It's not an easy overnight fix. Being more optimistic is definitely a slowly acquired habit, but if you can manage to trick your brain into thinking, hey, we needed some rain, when you see the darkest of rain clouds, then you should be in pretty good shape when financial troubles occur. Number 4. The rich surround themselves with like-minded people. Everyone's heard that quote that states, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." While I don't believe this is entirely true, I do believe your inner circle has a significant influence on not only who you are as a person, but your daily moods and habits as well. That's why it's absolutely crucial to surround yourself with people whose beliefs and goals will not only align with your own, but will help keep you centered along the way. As obvious as it may be as to why it's important to remove toxic people from your life, it may not be as obvious and easy to identify who those people are. Just try to remind yourself often what your core beliefs are in life, and when other people's influence on you doesn't coincide with those beliefs, reevaluate your relationship with those people. Number 5. Rich people aren't afraid of the spotlight. Rich people are willing to promote themselves and really put themselves out there. So many entrepreneurs and businessmen alike these days have really focused in on the whole self-branding angle of making money these days, and it seems to be paying off immensely. Instead of creating a company or a product or a brand, they simply make themselves the product. This makes you infinitely less expendable and so much more versatile as well. Think about the people who have made themselves into a conglomerate of a brand. Mr. Beast, Elon Musk, and Warren Buffett. Those are 3 names that come to mind when I think of brands that are people. When you think of each of these 3 individuals, you don't just think of their face or who they are as a person. When I think of Mr. Beast, I think of Mr. YouTube, or the YouTube guy, who was offered $1 billion for his channel. When I think of Elon Musk, I think of a Tony Stark's wannabe and the electric car manufacturing billionaire guy. When I think of Warren Buffett, I think of a wise old stock-hoarding sage who speaks infinite wisdom. All 3 of these people were willing to stake their reputation for what they believed in, and now their brands are etched into the minds of hundreds of millions of people worldwide and are synonymous with success. If you're enjoying the video so far, please take a second to click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on more great content like this. Number 6. Rich people think outside the box. Let's say you want to buy a pizza pie for $5, a bottle of water for $5, and a slice of cake for $5. The only problem is you only have $10. A poorer person may look at this situation and think, I really only have enough for the pizza and the water. But a rich person may look at this situation and see an opportunity to have everything, including his $10. The rich person might say, I'm going to buy 2 pizza pies for the whole $10. I'm then going to cut these 2 pizza pies up into 10 slices. I'll then sell each of those slices for $2.50 a piece. After I sell all of my slices, I'll have $25 and I'll buy another pizza pie, a bottle of water for $5, and a slice of cake for $5. And I'll still have my original $10. Rich people look at obstacles as opportunities, and more often than not are able to capitalize on chances like this. Once again, like many of our other secret habits on this list, this comes with time and plenty of patience and practice. Number 7. The rich know how to network. We've talked about how important it is to keep your inner circle full of like-minded individuals. But what about just beyond that inner circle? Rich people know how important it is to keep up a decent relationship with lots of people. It's always good to have a very diverse group of people to associate yourself with, so you are always able to keep an open mind and be able to see things from many different perspectives. Not only does this keep you humble and grounded, but taking the proverbial step back and taking other people's perspectives into account sometimes allows you to see the bigger picture in a very clear way. Number 8. The rich are charitable and always aware of tax breaks. What's the first thing you think of when you hear that someone has donated lots of their money to charity? Probably something along the lines of, wow, what a great person they are. Not only does giving back look extremely good for your personal brand, but it feels really good as well. Without even mentioning the tremendous of tax breaks that donating to charity gets you, it's already easy to see why so many rich people make it a regular habit. Becoming wealthy is probably the most universally shared goal throughout all of humanity. Whether you want to accumulate this wealth for a trip to Mars, or to buy a private island in Fiji, or to just simply be able to pay your bills on time without stress, the want to make more money is something we can all relate to. I'm telling you, this goal is entirely achievable. It doesn't happen overnight, and there isn't one magic trick that will turn you into a billionaire within a month's time. But if you can take these habits and these tips and learn to apply them in your life, then you too can gradually achieve your financial goals. If you've made it this far, then thanks for watching. Please take a second to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on more amazing content.